Hello, hello, and welcome back. Goodness. I'm a little bit late today, but we might as well get started here with the Doinkler portfolio DLC attempts. So again, Get to Work is a big, really fun Faudian game. It was released by one of my favorite content creators, Atrioc. And yeah, we're just gonna hop right back into it. So they released a bunch of individual challenge levels here that we only got through the first section the other day after quite a bit of struggle. So we'll just hop in and see how the next set of levels are. You are poor and bald. Get to work. Can't believe you would say such a thing. Oh, wait, there's another voice thing here.
The grind set.
The grind set's back. Let's go.
Hey, congratulations to Richard Bankman for becoming our newest Tier 5 Platinum member here at the grind set. You get all the perks of the lower tiers, plus you get a piece of personal grind set advice for any question that you dare ask.
Nice.
And you've asked the following. How do I get the inside track of my investment portfolio? Richard, you answered the question for me in the question. If you want to get the inside track, get inside and start tracking.
Ingenious.
Okay? Steal your boss's garbage. Break into the boardroom.
Oh my
plant
goodness.
Tracking devices, plant cameras, plant bugs. Listen in on his conversations. Street smarts require you to keep your ear to the streets. We all know this. But stock smarts require you to keep your ear to the sweets. There's a reason they call it insider trading, buddy, and it's not because it's happening outside, okay? Go do this for every major company you've invested in. And you're not just planting bugs, you're planting the seeds to success. And if all that doesn't work, just use whatever you found to blackmail your boss. Enjoy the promotion. Thank me later, buddy.
Wow. Those really are some excellent tips and tricks, my dude. Okay, yeah, let's get going. We're gonna keep working our way up. Oh my, we've got some of these tracks this time. A lot of curved tracks trying to launch us on up. Again, because this is the individual levels, you are able to reset to the start, which is very helpful, I would say. I can't fathom trying to do the full tower of all of these combined, man. It'll take so much time and effort. Oh, and I think I did hear someone did manage to clear the tower day one, which again, I'm not like incredibly surprised by. This game, it did have some people that were pretty dedicated to try and speedrun it. No, okay. I did not expect that ramp to be like so close. I definitely thought we'd have to like have more severe of a launch. But yeah, I mean, apparently people have already cleared the full tower, which is wild. But yeah, some people at the same time were very dedicated to the game speedrunning. So it makes sense, right? If they've got that skill set built up, all they have to do is find the right angles to launch off of here, and then they already have all the tech and consistency that they need. And the fact that they did let you practice the individual sections here on their standalone levels, it is such a nice thing. Because otherwise, yeah, it would be absurdly daunting. Nice. Okay, that was smooth. We got to the end of yet another level. Okay. Oh, goodness. Goodness me. Wow. Okay, this is gonna be daunting. Whew. Wait, is this the exact same thing as the last level, except these are just... every single curve is thinner? Oh my god, I hate it. I hate it so much. How am I supposed to do this? What? If I start closer. Okay. So yeah, let's start one full block away. We start right at the ramp, huh? It does help a little, the fact that we aren't going quite so quick. Here. I'm gonna add, let's see. Because I do think I kind of want background audio on this, so. Because my goodness, that like room audio effect is so painful. There we go. Because we have something going on. Can probably be a little louder than that. What about there? Oh my goodness, dude. This is... I'm scared. This scares me for the future of these levels. If this level of precision is expected. Before we didn't start really getting challenged. Dude, I can't handle the ambient noises on this section. We are going to apply 0 ambient noises because I can't handle it. It drives me crazy. the like the humming of lights or whatever it is. Like section 1 they had like cicadas and stuff, but this, like, oh my gosh, the dull humming of the lights. Maybe one of my least favorite sounds when like constantly droning into my ears. Yeah, I didn't think grabbing it individually would work out, but you know, I might as well try, right? Okay. Try to keep around the edge of glory. Man, today at work was just exhausting though. That's why I ended up being a bit late. Ended up running a bunch of cabling through the ceilings, or like unrunning and rerouting cabling through the ceilings for like security cams and stuff. Ugh. I hate working in the ceiling, man. It's awful. Going up and down a ladder, and it's so toasty up there too, especially here during the summer. Man, this is brutal. Like, this is one that I almost feel like maybe controller would be better, just because I could get like a more consistent camera turn. Like, how many times have I done this first section, and only one of them did we get past the initial 2 ramps here? Okay, that helped. I like let go of the speed when landing, before landing, so that we didn't maybe hit the second ramp with quite so much speed. Yeah, that maybe will help. It's like I'm letting go of forward while in the air before hitting the next ramp. Yeah, same for that initial part. And like maybe that's the way. Man. maybe I'm not prepared for this. Because this is still only world 2 of 6, man. That is brutal. And the ramp up in difficulty is just so much more compared to like the base game. Man, my goodness. Okay. You get any excess speed and it just makes it so hard to stay on the rail. Anything else exciting going on lately? I ended up watching, what was it? On Netflix, K-pop Demon Hunters. Oh, there we go.
Hey there, this is Eric from Blackmail
That
Spyco.
stands.
We're looking for a Richard Bankman. Yeah, so listen, we get a lot of unusual orders. We're a black market espionage store after
I'm
all.
not sure, I don't think
But
so.
yeah, I just wanted to confirm that you meant to order, let's see here, 3,187 bugging devices.
Oh yeah, that'd be
14
nice.
janitor costumes, a bald cap, and a clown suit.
Ooh, clown suit,
Most
nice
first-time
choice.
customers usually order, well, less than that. Oh, I see it's already been paid in full. So, yeah, I mean, if we don't hear from you in the next hour, we'll be shipping it to your office in a box discreetly labeled, important corporate return. Please sort and file, since we both know no one's going to touch that. Thanks again for your business, and as always, have a good day.
Nice, we have all the bugging devices. Easy, easy. Okay, so I need, oh my gosh, I can't screw this up, please. I screwed it up. No! Pain, Pecco. Oh. But yeah, what was I saying? That I watched K-pop Demon Hunters over the last weekend. That was kind of fun. It reminded me so much of League of Legends KDA group. That's really like the vibe I got from it, which is a cool thing that I liked from the event. It's been so long since I've been in the League of Legends sphere, but hello, Pickle McDillionaire. How are you doing? Welcome. We're having a fun time, and by fun, I mean suffering. Okay, we are now 45% of the way through file 2. Oh, wait, do I hear an audio track up there somewhere? You doing, Brian? Oh. Very funny. But yeah, this is I'm not sure if you've ever seen Get to Work before, but it's like a body-in game akin to Only Up or Jump King or stuff like that. At least the base game was. And then this is the DLC. Wait, what am I supposed to do here? This is the DLC where they just released a bunch of standalone individual levels. That you can try a bunch of times, and we're just trying to get to the end of each level. And then, at the end of this DLC, they literally combine all these brutally challenging levels into one giant tower, and it's most likely absurd. Like, absolutely absurd to try and clear. So I don't know if I'll be able to do that, but I'm hoping to be able to get through these levels at the very least. Okay. Not so great, not so great. Have to hit these at the right speeds. But yeah, the reason you're a weird businessman in a suit with the rollerblades everywhere is because you are fast. You are trying to zoom to the top of the corporate culture. And clearly, what better way to do that than rollerblades, right? It's a very goofy streamer game that yeah, I think is pretty fun. Or at least the base game was very fun. This has been pretty challenging. More so than I perhaps expected. Oh, nice. There we go. And there's a bunch of goofy audio tracks that feature different content creators and stuff throughout them. So let's see what they have for us here.
Good afternoon. This is Brian from CDP Finnegan, just calling you back about your request for legal advice. First, pleasure to meet you. A fun fact about me, one of my clients actually works on the same
Oh,
floor.
wow, really?
Going through a brutal divorce.
Oh.
Ann's lawyer is mopping the floor with us.
That is rough.
Anyways, here at CDP Finnegan, professional standards meets professionals. So I'm glad you thought to reach out to us for legal advice. So, you wanted to know if breaking into large commercial buildings on Wall Street and planting audio listening devices and remote cameras in various boardrooms and executive suites was illegal. Glad you reached out to us. This one was a toughie. So we put a team on it. And after some extensive digging, it turns out that it is, in fact, very illegal.
What?
Yeah. Would
Wow.
recommend. Okay.
Never
great
knew.
chat. Your bill will be in the mail.
How ridiculous. So I assume that is a content creator. I don't recognize their voice off the top of my head. But yeah, there's been several that I do know and recognize. Like, I mean, Atrioc is the one that, like, got the game to be made in the first place. So he has his voice in a decent amount. CdawgVA as well, which is content creator that I like quite a bit. Okay. I definitely took that approach incorrectly. I think it wants us to jump from there to the next blue section. Oh, wow. Is it possible for us to just skip that if we do it really well? Sounds like how you became a McDillionaire. Yeah, I think that is the, like, origin story of a lot of wealthy individuals, you know? You just put on some rollerblades and then get to work. It's that easy. So, yeah, maybe we can rise up from our meager earnings and become rich in our own way. Okay, what if I start at the very back of the blue area? Can I make it to the next blue section? Yes, we can. Okay. Oh, that is smooth. So start at the very back of the blue zone and just hold forward. Oh, nice. Oh my goodness. What am I jumping to here? The red? Red to the red? I don't know, man. Okay. We did... Wait. I didn't get any further, but we at least got back up to the same height. And yeah, okay, that is still smooth. That is still smooth. What if I start right at the edge of the red as well? Maybe it's set up the same way, just like kind of hold forward. That is definitely not a hold forward moment. Rollerblader Tycoon, indeed, indeed. But yeah, the base game I thought was really fun. It wasn't individual levels that you restart over and over. It was a more, you know, typical Fadian game where if you fall, you'll fall back down to the start of the level. But it still, it had individual levels, individual stages. So it wasn't as punishing as, say, some of the other Fadian challenging games that I know of. Man, this is brutal. Let's see, anything else we want to yap about today? You read Roller Coaster Tycoon was written entirely in assembly code? I'm not even sure what assembly code is, to be honest, so I cannot speak on that much, but I wouldn't be surprised whatever that was made in, because it is pretty goofy, pretty jank. Wait, just straight up binary? What? Be wild. But yeah, it's been so long since I've seen or played that Roller Coaster Tycoon. I do remember. Did I have Roller Coaster Tycoon, or did I have one of the like knockoff ones? I'm not sure. I messed up again. I tried to jump to the wrong section. Oh wow, we almost made it up to the next zone again. There we go, very cool. But wasn't there a bunch of different... Why am I just like spacing and not holding forward there? Wasn't there a bunch of different like theme park maker games? I just remember some of the absurd stuff you could do with the roller coasters, like launching off into the air, and it may not be great for your ratings, but it looked funny. Man, I need to... It's kind of a problem. I've been a bit really into the horse girl gacha that released recently, Uma Musume. I blame Jonkin and other people I know that want to play too. The game's been too... It's a bit too engaging for a gacha game. It's just anime horse girls racing. It's pretty absurd. It's so weird, the like gameplay loop of that game. Oh wait, did we need even more speed. The gameplay loop of that game, I swear, it has so much RNG and like number spins that it's maybe the first gacha that's put the rush of the gambling, quote unquote, in the game is not from pulling for characters or cards. It's the actual base gameplay loop. It's ridiculous. It is wildly popular. Yeah, it's kind of crazy that it's like broken containment. Like I knew about it before. I've played a Cygames gacha before because I played a bunch of Grand Blue. But like people did not know about Uma Musume that much, even within the anime / gacha community. I feel it was not one that like came up that like a random person would know, like I did. But the fact that it's reached such a wide audience, I mean, I think a big thing is just a few of the biggest streamers out there, like just watching the races and commentating them can be pretty hype. So like just a couple of the big streamers doing that like really pushed it. Okay, I need to get more speed there somehow. Like, do I just need to find more perfect angle, or do we want to start further back? Like, will that give us more speed? I feel like it really will, though. Oh my goodness, what? But yeah, it's been very entertaining to play, though. I mean, I've played mini gacha before in the past, so the surprising thing about this one is the main gameplay mode of the career. Even if you're skipping like all the dialogue and you really know what you're doing, it still takes like 45 minutes to finish a career, which that is a pretty big ask for like even one run of those per day. Like maybe my timing was wrong. Maybe it's closer to half an hour, but I'm pretty sure it was like 45 minutes. So that's like a pretty big ask to get someone to do each day. And then you have enough stamina for like 3. So like it fills time so much more than most. And the whole time you feel really engaged because it's constantly giving you prompts that you have to like make a choice. I think that's where it's really selling people, is like just how the constant like feedback I think people find really satisfying. Okay. Oh yes, let's go. We got it. I do think angling to the side a bit did maybe increase our possible speed there. Oh my goodness. What? I was not aware of what I would have to do there. But okay, so we have to hit that weird partial ramp on the way back. That is going to be a challenge. I watched a tiny bit of Small Ant playing this earlier today. He's one of my favorite streamers out there. He did, at one point, like when I first started watching him, he did a bunch of Super Mario Odyssey challenge runs. And it just has a lot of like neat speedrunning / challenge run content. And yeah, he was playing this, and he was on like the full tower version. I think he was struggling with that specific jump that I just botched. So, like, imagine if failing that jump might have set us back all the way before all the other levels we have cleared. Like, that is spooky. Especially when some of those levels took me like a full hour to clear. Oh, there, like that. Nice. Okay, so that does work. That does work to build more speed. You kind of want to loop into it at an angle. Okay. Well, that was definitely not it. Oh my goodness. So apparently we can't just hold forward for speed. We have to like have some angle control on it. Yeah, I do think YouTube... Maybe he's the one that really started it for me, my interest in challenge runners. I do really like that type of content. I've also watched a bunch of, like, since I got into Souls, I watch a bunch of Little Aggie. And he does, like, Souls challenge runs a bunch of the time. So, like you beat Dark Souls, but you can only use your fists or something stupid, you know, something like that. Beating Dark Souls without rolling, beating Elden Ring. I don't know. Oh, what was one of the crazy ones? Did he do Dark Souls, but you're poisoned the entire time and have no healing flasks. It was something absurd like that. Like they've done some really, really goofy challenge runs that, like, is this humanly possible? Well, yes, it was. Is this a practice mode or something? You haven't seen what the DLC adds. You've only seen the base game before. So the DLC, it basically has a bunch of these standalone levels. This is like it's file, you can see on the top left, it's file 2.6. There's like 6 different files with about 9 stages each, I think. And it's just a bunch of standalone levels that you can instantly reset. And then the big challenge they added is all these individual levels stacked on top of each other into a giant tower. I don't think most people that aren't like crazy challenge runners would be able to do that. But like it's still at least semi-approachable to me because they set up these almost monkey ball-esque individual levels, which is really nice. Plus, like, if you are trying to conquer the full tower, you can just take it one level at a time here. Yes, welcome, Gianni. Hope you're having a good day, Gianni. Oop, I did not manage that. But yeah, I did play through the whole game of this back when it released, so I am a little bit rusty, sadly. It makes me wonder how I would have done if, you know, I had that practice still build up. But at the same time, I think these these challenges have been really difficult. So I'm not even sure if I was that practiced, if I would be zooming through these or not. Yeah, I'm very happy that they decided to do individual levels though. Because yeah, if it was just the tower, I probably would have given up already. Because that's such an absurd amount of resets. Like yesterday, on level 1-8 and 1-9, I spent an hour on each level. And that's without having like a big reset where you fall back to the start of the zone. So yeah, I'm hoping, depending on how it goes, that we manage to at least clear all the levels individually. I do think that was an excellent decision by the developers to give you the option. Aww. Not enough speed there, really? Yeah, in a way, this kind of is a practice mode. To prepare you for the beginning, for the big end challenge, or you could treat this as the actual DLC, and then the tower is the challenge mode for only the most absurd gamers. Oh my goodness, it's so precise. Okay. Let's try that again. Because I know I can't just hold forward. You know that much. Messed us up last time. Does the DLC have a new story attached as well? I thought that was one of the best part of the game. It does have some other... Yeah, it does have some more voice files in it. Yes. Maybe not as much as the base game overall. I don't know. There's been several. And then this one, you're trying to put together the Doinkler portfolio that the company like pretty much failed. But if you manage to do it, like you're gonna rise to the top of the company most likely. And yeah, they brought back a bunch of different content creators to voice fun little joke lines. So I would really like to get to the rest of those, and they are easier to access in this, I would say, compared to the base game. Like, they didn't put it at an extra absurd location. If you can clear these levels, you can get the audio files. That's the question, though. Can you clear these levels? It seems pretty brutal. One creator they added that I thought was pretty wild. Inya the Genius, one of the Vshoujo Vtubers. She was voicing one of the very first files we came across. I really hope we get more with her and Connor, because that was very funny, very entertaining. And a little bit of a shocker, but I might be a VTuber fan. New lore dropped. I'm still interested to, like, okay, who wanted to reach out to Henya to, like, add her to this game? Was it just they're looking for more content creators in general? Did she play, actually? I think she might have actually played some of it. I think I'd forgotten. I don't know that she cleared the game or anything, but I think she at least played some of it on stream. I'd totally forgotten about those clips. But most likely, the devs just reached out to people who played it the first time. So that's pretty awesome. That's maybe one of my favorite things about what they did with this game. Was, like, they really made it like a focus on supporting the streamers interested in being involved. Oh. No! I can't believe I botched that. I haven't had to flip up on top of anything yet today. Okay, we've got to start speeding up a bit, I think. Doing a bit better. Stop failing, you know? Stop what's it called? Stop throwing. It's time to just succeed. Oh, and you were talking about, like, the base game story stuff. There was one grind set podcast thus far as well. So they brought back the grind set. Which is a very, very goofy bit for them to do. And I do love the humor that the base game in this, like, put into it. Really good. I mean, it makes sense, right? I am just a big fan of Atrioc in general. One of my favorite content creators, so not surprising that I would enjoy the humor that he put into this game. Or I do wonder if he was involved in the dialogue, or if that's mostly Isto, the actual, like, game developer. Or a little bit of both, or totally uninvolved, like, third, tertiary people. I don't know. Either way, it's pretty goofy, pretty funny. I enjoy it. If only I could work my way to the top of the ladder someday. God, days like today, I really do wish I was paid more for what I do. Ooh. Okay, come on. I hate it! Ah! It is so hard to hit that ramp to begin with, and then when we did sort of hit it, it was totally the wrong angle. Yeah, like I said, today at work, I work IT at a school, and during the summer we do a lot of other miscellaneous tasks. I had to, like, drag cables through the ceiling quite a bit today, which is a major headache. Not my favorite part of the job. Not fun, not fun. So that's why I'm here, you know, to relax, you know, nice relaxing gameplay here. Very soothing to the nerves, you know, just whooping around, gotta go fast. I mean, to be fair, that is one reason I did like this more than the average Faudian game, is just the movement on its own. No! On its own is satisfying. So they aren't really letting us just go fast as much as the base game did. The base game, I think, tried to really make sure you had some big, just satisfying, like, speed moments. I don't know, it's been a while since I played. Like, that might not have been the majority. Oh my gosh, I'm stupid. My brain just, like, failed. I'm like, okay, we go for the very first section of ramp. No, this is literally color-coded. Just follow the color coding, you fool. It's not that difficult. Anything else fun going on? What was I talking about earlier? Challenge run streamers? Yeah, I do really like watching challenge run streamers. I mean, I think it's just one of those things, even games like this, a big part of the appeal, I believe, is people want to watch others struggle through something, even if they don't want to play it on their own. Just like knowing that it's possible. Watching someone like accomplish that goal after hours of grinding, even if it's just beating a single level, like it can be pretty satisfying. But not everyone wants to actually go through the suffering and time investment on their end, even if they like have it available. That's why I think, yeah, like those challenge run, oh, they're so good. I wanted to do, if I had more time, man. I don't know if you've heard of the RPG Unicorn Overlord. It's like a tactical RPG where you build an army of different like fantasy warriors and mages and all that jazz. It's really satisfying and really fun. You know, somewhat like tangential to Fire Emblem, but you have like a full squad that acts together as a group. It's really nice. It's one of my like favorite tactical RPG games. There were some challenge runs I wanted to do on that so bad if I just... But the game itself, like I spent so long on stream doing my very first playthrough. Months and months of just, you know, RPG game that is maybe not the most fun just to watch on its own. But I wanted to do that challenge run so bad, man. Like a run where you only use one squad when you're supposed to be like winning these battles with 10 squads together. It's like, I love those sort of restricted runs in games. Like I said earlier, like Small Ant with Super Mario Odyssey, like minimum number of jumps to clear the game, you know, something absurd like that. Can you beat the game without throwing Cappy at all, you know? Plus, I think they just work really well for like titles. Like, could you beat this game without X? Well, yes, I could. Oh my god, some of his Pokemon modded challenge runs were absurd. Where there was one that was like, could you beat Pokemon without leveling up? I think it was like Pokemon White, Pokemon Black and White. Just the idea of beating a Pokemon game with only like your level 5 characters is crazy. Here we go, satellite radio. Anything else going on? These truly are the games that make you ponder everything, though, huh? I do feel like I haven't had games that have forced me to talk as much in a while. Because I think Souls games, like, they're so engaging. It's very easy to just turn brain off and actually play the game and commentate about that. The guy in a similar vein you used to watch who made a series called Soft Lockpicking, where he'd put himself in an impossible situation to recover from. Interesting. So it's like a soft lock. So where someone would think they are just totally screwed, can't do anything, and he tries to find their way out. That is cool. Like for Souls content, I've watched a lot of challenge runs from Little Aggie. I remember Sekiro, he did a Sekiro run where every single enemy in the game was replaced with Demon of Hatred, and it was absurd. Like, Demon of Hatred is a massive boss, and there's like a little tiny hallway at some point in the game that has a bunch of like small bugs. It has like 20 small bugs. So like the biggest boss in the game, one of the in-game highly damaging bosses, there's just like 20 of him in this tiny hallway, and he has to get through it. And like the entire game is just absurd. It's just ridiculous. Like releasing all his Pokemon except level 5 Magikarp or something. Yeah, true, makes sense. Yeah, I get that. That's a really cool idea for a video series. Hey, do I just start on the far left? Like, it's hard enough to hit that ramp, but then to hit the angle on it is brutal. How long am I gonna be here, man? Am I gonna be stuck on all the remaining levels for an hour apiece again today? But yeah, there's often times like in games, you may normally think it's a soft lock, but someone incredibly knowledgeable about the game mechanics, like maybe they'll know how to clip into a wall or, you know, abuse some HP gaining mechanic. Like, it is pretty wild, some of the situations you can get out of. I think I've watched a lot of randomizer runs of a few people. I think I remember there were situations that some people might consider to be soft locks, but there was some absurd method to get out of it at times. Might have been Small Ant again. I don't know, man. Well, I've watched so much content. So much content. Maybe a bit too much. Where it all blends together one day. I mean, hey, for like Atrioc's Hitman runs and stuff, there's some crazy things you can do in that, like using a muffin to clip outside of bounds. Like there's wild mechanics, quote unquote, that glitch hunters and speedrunners can really abuse. Super cool. Okay, please just work this time. Didn't even go fast enough? Bro. The fact that it's just this reset every time and that it's like, it's not fast to go through. Brutal, man. Give me more voice lines. I wanna... Oh, wow. What? We just skipped straight up? That's kind of crazy. Okay. Let's try that again. Nice, okay. What should I even be starting at here? Like, let's just try to start as far left as possible this time. Where did so I need to start at least a block back from the ramp, I think. Have enough speed, but then you have to let off to get it just right. Oh my gosh. Pain and suffering. I do wonder, there's like a new Pokemon coming out soon, right? Like I think it's Legends, the new like Legends Arceus game. I wish I had more accessibility to that stuff there. Hello, Evelyn. How's it going? How's it going? We're doing fine. And by fine, I mean we are brutally suffering our way through this level. Only 36 minutes though, so you know, it can't be that bad yet, right? You know, as long as I clear it before an hour, we're doing all right. Oh, but yeah, I think, like I said, they're releasing a new Pokemon Arceus game. I really hope it's good. I'm kind of miss Pokemon games, but same time, I don't feel like they've improved them as much as as much as they should have for being such a massive title. I think it's one of the biggest like IPs in the world. Like everyone knows Pokemon. Why can't they just make more cool other experimental games? Like what is it? Oh, close. I believe on Switch 2 they added like GameCube, like old GameCube game virtual console stuff. And Pokemon XD, Gale of Darkness is going to be available on that later on. I want to play that again so bad. I have such fond memories of that game as a child. Like, we need more like that. Give us more Pokemon games where you're actually, like, the enemy is threatening. The world is, like, a bit more, I don't know, unforgiving. Have any plans for tonight? Not much. I mean, we're just playing this. I do this after work. So I usually stream after work, so I'm just doing this to chill, and then I usually just go to bed afterwards because I only have so much time in the day. Like I work, and then I sometimes exercise a bit once I get home, make dinner, and then stream. Pretty time-filled day there. Let's see, you wonder how much Nintendo makes just from reselling old games with each new console generation. They could make so much more. I can't believe Nintendo has not released, like, Pokemon Emerald, but on the App Store. Imagine how much money that would get them. Like, it would make so much money just off of that. And like they have Pokemon Go and stuff on mobile, and that was like not good. One thing that's also absurd with Pokemon, how are they still releasing multiple variants of each new generation? I don't know of any other game series that does something like that, that there's multiple editions of the game with very minor changes, and you have to get like both to get everything unlockable. That alone can tell you just how absurdly big Pokemon is as a franchise, that like we've just accepted that for so long, and so many people, I think, end up buying sometimes even both versions just so they can collect everything on their own. Okay, so we wanted to start a bit back because we needed a bit more speed. So this is like 1.5 blocks back from the ramp. How are we supposed to do this section, man? Like, what is it? I don't know. Like, do I just hold straight right? It's brutal. But what was it last year? Like, there was Pal World the other year that blew up so big, and it was, you know, Pokemon slash base builder slash guns. Which was a very goofy, you know, game that was like pretty jank as well, but it was entertaining. It was a, you know, a different take on the formula. And like, Pokemon doesn't have to add guns or anything, but like the base builder elements, like that could be, oh, yes! Oh my god, we made it up. I almost botched that. Whoo! But like the base builder elements, just like add other genres plus Pokemon and just do it. Like, how does one of the biggest IPs in the world not manage to do more interesting things like that? Okay, what else? So yeah, we are now 55% of the way through this file 2. Oh my god, what is this? What is this? Why? Why would they make us walk such a tightrope? Oh my goodness. This being on the actual tower, where if you like fuck up, you go all the way to the bottom, is diabolical. Like it probably, okay, maybe I'm being cocky, but I don't think this one will take me that many attempts. But just imagining that if I fell off this, I would go all the way back to the very bottom, like that is brutal. It's brutal. But yeah, Pokemon. God, like, I have such fond memories of Pokemon for so long. Like, it's one of my childhood games. It was my all-time favorite. And, like, the games are still fun, but I just feel they don't try to go above and beyond or improve. I feel like the execs are missing Pokemon. Games are selling well. Yeah. Like they know it's doing so well right now, so why change anything? And that's what's like saddening to me. Like even back in the day, they did have other more side projects. Like I was talking about Pokemon XD, Gale of Darkness. That was like not even that crazy different, but at least, you know, it was slightly altered. And then you had like Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. Pokemon Mystery Dungeon was a fun little like side project that had very different gameplay loops. They also had what was the weird DS one, Pokemon Ranger. Like they've had all these other, they used to like try a bunch of other formulas. And I just think it would be cool if they did more of that again. Which I suppose, in a way, Pokemon Arceus was a new take on the formula. Like, it had boss fight things you had to dodge around in. So, it's... I don't know. It just shocks me more when we get something like Pokemon Scarlet Violet, and you can just how it feels like they didn't have enough time to polish the performance and certain elements of the gameplay loop. Like, I was not very happy with the gym experience in that game. But like the post game was super cool. All the Area Zero stuff. That was maybe one of my favorite sections of any Pokemon game. Just because, okay, maybe I was being influenced by the music of the area. Was it Toby Fox? Did Toby Fox do the music for that section? I think so. But it was really sick, really impressive area. But then you have some of the other open world sections that just look so bland. I don't know. I have a love-hate relationship with Pokemon in a way. Toby Fox does make some bangers. You are indeed correct, Pigzer. He indeed does some good work. Just summoned you with the Toby Fox mention? Yeah, makes sense. How's it been? Assume you've been having a busy summer? Oh my goodness, we are suffering here though. I don't know if you've ever seen this game before, Pigzer, but yeah, it's like a Fodian type game. Really like challenging platforming type stuff. Except they released a DLC of a bunch of like standalone levels. Pretty crazy stuff. Been super busy with work and band. Makes sense. Gotta make that money. Gotta get to work. You said the name of the game. Watched someone play it when it first came out. Nice. Because I did play it as well on release. I played through all the base game, and there was like a post game extra level kind of like a challenge area where you end up on the moon. It was really cool. But yeah, I really like this for like out of the Fodian games, just because the movement is so nice and all the different content creators involved in it are really cool. Oh, nice. You got more setup improvements. I also had a slight improvement recently. I got another screen so that I can actually like look up and see my OBS and Vtuber model like on a separate monitor, and a bunch of stuff was like overlapping, but I have like a monitor mount, another monitor mount. I feel like I'm pretty capped out on my streaming setup for the time being. The only other upgrade I would like eventually is a VTuber model upgrade, but that stuff gets expensive, man. That's like thousands of dollars for a top quality one, top of the line one. So that won't be happening for a bit. Oh, I feel so broke recently though, man. I think I wanted to do too many fun things this summer, and it just ate through all of my extra funds. Like, me and my brother are planning to go to a concert towards the end of the month. The Japanese music artist Otto is going to be up in Chicago. And she just has such impressive music, so we're gonna go see that, which is really sick. But yeah, I need to cut back again. Oh, nice. So you replaced pretty much your entire setup outside the PC and consoles. I do remember me, like, high school into college. I was just gradually getting, like, replacing part by part of my computer. Like, oh, time for a graphics card. Oh, time for a new monitor. Okay, this year I'm gonna upgrade the keyboard and the mouse, and okay, let's get new new memory. It is nice that you can kind of piecemeal most of that stuff. And then the mic setup, oh my goodness. That's when I was still working at home after university, like with living with my parents. But like, oh, I'm so happy how much use I've got out of this mic. Nice, nice. Yeah, I was talking about Pokemon earlier and how I just wish they tried more things, to be honest. I mean, it's even frustrating. I feel like they have improvements they've made to the games, and then they don't do it in the next game. I'm still bitter. Pokemon Emerald, one of my favorite areas in Pokemon, one of my favorite Pokemon memories was just doing the battle frontier. I loved the idea of like post-game challenges that were very repeatable and like had some RNG elements so you could just keep playing over and over again. And how have they not brought back the battle frontier? Like, it maddens me. It's so frustrating. Like, they even made Pokemon Alpha Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire? Or am I mixing those up? Anyway, they did the remakes, and they didn't add the whole battle frontier. Why would they do that? Why would they remaster? I've heard those are some of the best remasters. I haven't played most of the Pokemon remasters, but like... What was it, the black and white? No, Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl? Is that the one that like stripped features that people really liked out of the game? It's crazy. So it's like, I swear they do things that like lessen their improvements over time. It is so bizarre. Oh no. That might have been the one, man. That might have been the one. We might have had the speed if I just realized it like curved to the side a bit. But also like Pokemon Scarlet Violet, at least they had stuff that you could influence your Pokemon's nature, IVs, EVs, like all these important stat training methods. They were all in the game and more accessible than before, usually. And it's just something that is cropped up throughout the Pokemon games other times. It's like they solved it, but then they don't always include methods to do that. It's so weird. Like they find out something and they throw it all away. Okay, we can get this, man. We can get it. It's fine. I can't imagine doing this section for the actual combined tower, where if you screw it up, you fall all the way to the bottom, potentially. Oh my goodness. It is evil. Hear that, Isto? You are an evil person. Nah, but I'm glad that they made like a crazy challenge for the hyper dedicated people. I'm not gonna do the full tower. I can tell you that much. But it's still approachable in a way because I can do the individual level mode. Oh yeah, I forgot. The new Donkey Kong's coming out this week. I really want to hear what people think about that. Because I think it's the only Switch 2 game that is like worth, like if you're really interested, it was the only Switch game that I thought was coming out that sounded super compelling for a while. Because I'm just thinking like Mario Odyssey for Donkey Kong, like that alone is such a big selling point. It could be really great, but I don't know. Like I said, I don't have a Switch 2 yet. Probably won't be getting one until maybe the end of the year. But hopefully that one does well, because if so, DK needs some wins, man. You need to bring back the DK games. I do remember, like, I don't think I had the consoles where most of the big early DK games were super popular, but I remember playing Donkey Kong 64 when I went over to my cousin's quite a bit, and I thought that was fun, quite fun, which is, I think people's opinions are a bit all over the place on that game from what I've looked up, so maybe it's not as great as I remember, but it just had such... it was so interesting. I don't know. And then Donkey Kong Country as well. That was also one that I sometimes played when I went over to some relatives. But it's like, I need access to these things. Like, on modern consoles. We need DK to get supporters again. DK with the skill tree's insane in of itself. True. That's weird. Your messages are doubling up sometimes, Pigzer. Oh my gosh. Tripling up. What is happening, buddy? Is your connection, like, imploding? But yeah, it definitely did look like it had a lot of potential. Man, like, I thought I would have this level done in 5 minutes or less, because I felt we were dealing with the curve pretty well at the start. Like, this specific level, I thought we had it down. But something about that final curve is devious. That it just, like, you fall off a lot, and if you don't fall off, like, trying to make your way back left. I do think they were, like, extra sinister with this DLC. Like, the base game, I think they tried to make... Like, there's a lot of things you could hit if you just hold forward the whole time, you know? Like, the ramps, how they were construction, led into good movement overall. Like, you only had to focus on a couple aspects for each jump. Whereas this, it's like, no, you have to precisely control and then adjust, like, multiple times, and also hit it with the right velocity and the right velocity, right angle. It's a lot combined together to try and clear these, which is why it's so absurd that there's a challenge that stacks all of these on top of each other. My God. Like that, like, even if I keep on it, how do I curve left enough? But we also need to maintain speed, because the one time I did launch off of it, I did not have enough speed. Well, it's so many inputs, like, in asks, just to get up this ramp. My God. And I think there's 2 more levels on this file, like, after this. I don't know. I don't know that I'm gonna clear all of these, man. I might end up just going back to more Clair Obscur eventually. Which, oh my gosh, that game, incredible. Here, I do want to... remove some of the duplicate lines here. There we go. Now people won't think you're crazy when they come in. Or that I'm crazy. But yeah, Clarib's here. My goodness, that game, I still can't believe people's opinion on it overall. I'd heard so many good things from everywhere. That's what finally made me play it. Like, I was interested, but there were so many games coming out that, like, I had to play at that time anyway. But it made it hard for me to, like, push it forward. But it was so worth it. It was so worth playing, man. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. Like, I can't be going that fast, but I have to be going almost that fast, because if I don't go almost that fast, then I can't, like, launch off this with enough force to make it up to the top. Like, oh my gosh, why is this so brutal? But hey, I mean, like I said, I think someone fully cleared the level all like yesterday. So it's really only meant for the top of the top of the top of the top players that really are really into this game. It's just one of those things you realize, it's like, maybe I'm not as good at this game as I thought I was. Oh my goodness, lies. I am actually a god. I am exceptional in all forms, and you can't tell me otherwise. %64%. Oh my gosh. Ugh. Hey, audio, let's go. This is what we're fighting for.
Bagman, this is your boss, Mr. Daryl Matthews Rothschild Mayhew III. What the hell are these boxes being delivered to your office? Looks like the office is going through a divorce and my wife has stuffed up all the things into the boxes and left them on the street without telling me. She knows damn well that my business suits shouldn't be folded. How many times do I have to tell her?
Excuse me, Mr. Mayhew?
It's Mr. Daryl Matthews Rothschild Mayhew III. Get out until you get it right.
Useless idiot. Bagman, this isn't a warehouse. Get rid of these damn boxes. And you better not be screwing up the Doinkler portfolio. A lot is riding on this.
We'd never screw up the Doinkler portfolio, man. We've got this under control. Bro, this is brutal. Like, what are these jumps? Need more speed there? That what it's telling me? Oh my gosh. I thought I locked in and got it, but you need like a really good launch off of that to make it. That's the thing, like the margin of error. I think that's maybe what's getting to me here. Like compared to the base game, there was much more margin of error. Like there were individual moments you had to hit, but like these back-to-back highly difficult technical jumps, Like, I only think that happened the very, very end of the, like, bonus section. Was the only part where you had to hit, like, all these really precise narrow jumps back to back. And that was, like, yeah, again, the final extra challenge. But I guess this is the final extra challenge, so. What can I say? Man. Can't believe I was so close to, like, beating this level on attempt 3 or something stupid. Whatever. We'll get there. We'll get there. I'm still surprised. I somehow thought there was going to be even more. Well, I guess what? We're not even a third of the way through. So there is going to be plenty of more voice lines. Just from the initial video announcement, I thought there was going to be even more. I guess there's more, what's it called? There have been more individual audio tidbits to pick up, but we don't have CdawgVA mocking us the entire time, which feels unfortunate. That would have been nice. I enjoyed the smug British man mocking us for each fall. Oh my goodness, yeah. I'm not sure I'm feeling it anymore, man. This is stream. I did at least want to check it out because, you know, I want to support the devs, and I did really enjoy the base game of this. Base game is super fun. I think this is just a little precise for me at the end of the day. Requires a little too much precision. Which, again, it's all about intended audiences, right? They really wanted to make it for the most brutal, most challenging run type people. Though, at the same time, this game was very streamer focused. How many streamers are even going to be able to clear these individual levels? Like, because I wasn't expecting me to struggle so much on them. But I feel I'm above average for, like, streamer skill at, like, learning a new thing, and as well as persistence. Like, I'm half my content in the last year has been Souls-like games. Like, I've got a lot of resistance to putting a game down before I've beaten it. So, but like, how many people are really going to grind it through to the end? I could see Small Ant doing it, but like, I'm not sure outside of him who would do this. Like, will Ludwig even go for it this time? I don't know. Like, it's possible to do the base levels. Like, it would take weeks. I don't know. So I guess we'll see. we'll see when the content starts coming out. How many people full clear this? It's just a lot more daunting than I expected at a glance. Like, I knew the actual tower would be obscene, by the way. Like, that I understood would be unimaginably difficult. And that I probably would not be able to dedicate the time to clear it. But, like, even the base levels being too much, like, that I did not expect. Because I thought the struggle would be chaining the levels into each other. So I'm like, okay, each level will take me, you know, 20 minutes or something on the really hard ones. But no, I've been taking hours on some of these really early levels. And it may be, again, like, because I haven't played the base game recently, I probably have lost some level of skill. Plus, okay, a big thing is I switched to mouse and keyboard because it felt like you had more camera control, and some of the things they're expecting us to do seems to require more. But, like, that also means I'm adapting to a new control scheme, so my skills don't fully carry over. So I have regressed, like, a little bit, probably, just from that. I don't know, man. It's a lot. It's a lot to ask. So, I just want to see here. File 2. Okay, there's even more than 9 levels per file. There's like 10 to 11. I just want to look. I just want to look before we call it. Here, let me mute the background song and see if they have like different ambient audio on these sections. Okay, you kind of have some grinding stuff going on. Oh my goodness. What is this madness? What are you talking about, Louis? Is that a new game or what's going on? Bro, what is this level? This is obscene. And this is the very first section of the final stages. Bro, yeah, I think I'm just gonna watch a video, man. I cannot attain this stuff. Like, if I'm struggling here, and then this stuff gets that crazy just on the very first level, oh my goodness. This would take me weeks. This would take me weeks to full clear. So, I almost never do this. But this will be one DLC that I will not be fully finishing, I think. Still really cool that they did this, but it is only for the most brutal of people that like really want to suffer, or that you just adore the base game, especially like the challenge runners. I think it was mainly made for the challenge runners, the crazy speed runners. But we're just gonna transition on over here and just chill for a little bit. Let me look up what you're talking about here, Louis. Wuchong Fallen Feathers, is that what you're talking about? It's a Souls-like action RPG. Coming in 8 days. Oh, did I see this advertised at like the Game Awards maybe? It's one of those things like, oh yeah, because they have some really interesting visuals, and one of them like reminds you so much of the I can't remember what it's called, Sekiro final boss. Like it has the Field of Flowers thing from that. This is pretty pricey though, so like maybe I will wait and see what the reviews are like. But if the reviews are good, then I might pick it up shortly after. I think what we're going to be doing throughout the next week is most likely I will go back and clear a little bit more Clair Obscur at least. At the very least, I want to finish like Mael's side story stuff. And then after that, I know that I want to start the Elden Ring DLC, but with no summons this time. And we'll see how this one is. I just added it to my Steam wish list. It's just, yeah, that's pretty pricey for me right now. I'm sadly pretty broke at the moment. So we'll see how it goes. Were you the one... I can't remember if you were the one that was interested in Lords of the Fallen, or if that was one of our other friends. I did try Lords of the Fallen off stream with a friend some, because it's got like co-op gameplay stuff. The level design kind of drove me a little bit crazy, gotta say it. I was not much of a fan of the little bit I played of Lords of the Fallen. So I don't know if I'll be going back to that one. I was really hoping to like it, because especially a co-op experience sounded really cool for Souls. Especially like in the wake of Night Rain. Like it is such a good formula to try and share with friends. Anything else? What else do we have landed here? Not that much, really. Did I finally get through most of the games that I was like desperately wanting to play? Oh yeah! I wanted to go back and do the Hollow Knight DLC. Forgot about that. Because I never did God Home stuff on my initial playthrough. So that's another thing to add to the list. Like none of these are that time sensitive unless they say when Silksong is coming out. And then yeah, I'll keep an eye on Wu Chang. What was it called? Fall of Feather? Wu Chang? Fallen Feathers. Because the actual visuals do look really cool. If it gets good reviews, it does sound like something I would want to try, certainly. I'm just so happy that Souls-likes are getting more developers working on them. We just need infinite Souls-likes forevermore. But what is under the Souls-like tag here? What the heck? Why is Wuthering Waves here? There's no way that is Souls-like. What? I don't believe you. That's a Genshin-like game. That's no way in hell is that Souls-like. I don't believe them. Do you think I've played most of the big ones? Oh yeah, I forgot Black Myth Wukong. Do I have that accessible to me or no? Yes, I do have access to that. I could play that at some point. Though I think people said it like lies more on the action RPG side than pure Souls, but it could still be entertaining. Man. So many... It's been a good time for games recently. But guys, I know I started late. The stream has been my shortest in a long time, to be honest. But I am tired. I am so tired. I do think today at work, just working in the ceilings, running those wires was like really draining. So I'm gonna call it here. Thank you again so much if you happen to stop by. I'm always thankful for it. So yeah, thanks for hanging out. This has been Zerzon. Hope you're having a great day or night, and I'll plan to see you all the next stream. Goodbye and farewell. And thank goodness the ending screen works properly this time. Yippee! Have a good one. It broke. Oh, did I not have the repeating thing on it? That's it. Now I know. Click the loop button. Now it'll go forevermore. I figured it out. I'm smart. Trust me, guys. Goodbye.